Hey everyone, this is Victor from Cyborg for Life, and I want to welcome you to episode 153 of Limb Lengthening Live, where the patients interview the guests. And today we are joined by two very special guests. First of all, we have the surgeon from up north that I told you about, Dr. Marie Gdalevitch, back on the show. Welcome, Dr. G. How are you?
Good, thanks. Thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. And we also have Alex. He's back on the show. How are you doing, Alex?
I'm good, thanks, man.
Yeah, and today we're going to go through a more in-depth interview with him to kind of really, pull out his story from his lengthening journey. But first, Dr. G is here to make an announcement. So we're going to get her part first, and then we'll go into the interview last. But if you guys have questions for her before she goes, you can ask or leave them in the comments, and then we'll get them sent to her, and she can answer them, and I'll comment back, okay? So Dr. G, let us know what's been happening. How have you been?
Well, what have you heard? Because we were in the news here. In Canada, we made the news all over the country. We had a moment with the Quebec government where they're sort of cracking down on private surgeries in general. Wow. And they did this thing where they updated the list of surgeries that are allowed to be done in a surgery center. And they left off limb lengthening and deformity correction. So pretty much all osteotomies. So it's been a big struggle for all orthopedic surgeons, but for my practice in particular, and for the Canadian Limb Lengthening Center, obviously, where we do surgeries and do osteotomies. And we're still working on getting that reapproved. So it's in the works. It's going to take time just because everything takes time. But in the interim, there's a loophole, which is that we can do surgery at a private surgery hospital. So as long as it's not a surgery center, but it's a private hospital, which we have one of in Quebec, only one. But we have struck a deal with them to be able to continue to take care of patients. And so we started again 2 weeks ago. We've been doing 3 or 4 patients a day. And so we've gotten some patients underway now. So we're rolling again. And some patients have been on hold since January because of that news. So we're really sorry about that. We've been doing everything we can. And so now we're finally underway. Now, the other obstacle is the nail shortage, which don't know if everybody has the same treatment everywhere in the world, but from what I understand, Globus is trying to be as fair as possible. They have been giving us nails slowly on demand with a lot of pressure and what they have available. And so, we're pre-measuring, making sure that the right nail for the right patient is there. So we're good for all our patients in May. We should be good for June, July, August, except we're still waiting on tibial nails, which Alex, I'm working on it for you. I promise you, buddy. He's not the only patient waiting for tibial nails. So we are working on getting those tibial nails. I really do hope that this shortage is on its way out, but that's not yet the case. So we're back up and running, which is why I wanted to reach out, because I know there was a lot of rumors going around, and I got really upset with the government and went all on the news because they threatened to come after me criminally. And so I started doing pull-ups and training and making sure I'd be all set for prison. And so they've dropped that, but they're working it with us now to try to sort out how to fix the law.
Wow. And Dr. G, I don't know if you want to share this, but did they actually say why they were trying to?
So, I mean, I think there's stigma about this surgery. I do at the Canadian Limb Lengthening Center, I take care of patients for medical limb discrepancies, deformities from all across the country. And so it didn't really make sense that they were coming after that. But they couldn't really just say that they were coming after the aesthetic lengthenings, right? Yeah. And so I think people have their biases and their opinions, and somebody at the College of Physicians of Quebec probably decided that this was not a worthwhile endeavor for whatever the reason. And so they started pointing fingers at each other. The college said it was the government said it was the college, the specialty committee said it was. So and then at the end of the day, whoever took a decision had no knowledge about limb lengthening, had no idea what we do. It's just a total lack of education. Mm-hmm. So, once we started explaining it, then they realized it was completely illogical because, there's a deformity in a foot is a bunion, and we do an osteotomy to fix it, just like we fix it with an osteotomy to do a valgus correction or a varus correction. So they realized it was a little nonsensical. So they're trying to work its way back, but the law passed. So now we have to work to get it fixed. So it's going to take a little while. I think hopefully less than a year, but we'll see how things go. But in the interim, we're just happy to be taking care of patients again. We're able to do all the small stuff, nail removals, some of the footwork and stuff like that at the Canadian Limb Lengthening Center. But the limb lengthening and the deformity correction now we're doing at the private hospital, which is about 15 minutes away.
Okay.
My whole team comes with me.
Okay.
for the surgery part. So that part's great. And we're just basically changing the 4 walls.
Yeah.
And the post-operative care is done by their nurses there, which they've been trained by our people. And now our physio still goes there to take care of our patients. And patients only stay 1 night with us. It's not such a big deal.
Okay, that's great. That's not so. It's within the vicinity of where your other clinic was with your sister. Is your sister
The
still
office.
okay with her?
Yeah, so she's allowed to keep doing her plastic surgery stuff. Yes.
Okay, got it. Very
Yeah.
cool.
So that has not been affected.
But what about the Botox injections that you do? Is that
No, that's fine. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
also
It's really just the osteotomies, actually. Like,
I see. Okay, very cool. So guys, that's great news for anybody who's looking into surgery in Canada with Dr. G. You can still reach out to her. To her website, the CLLC center.com, I believe. Yep. So I'll put that in the link later. So definitely reach out to her if you guys want to get on the waiting list. Dr. G, if they did want to kind of book surgery with you or consultation with you, how far in advance should they do that?
yeah. So I mean, we had some catching up to do. We're getting there. In May, we have 2 dates where we're doing between 6 and 8 patients, I think. So we're almost caught up. Like we're getting there. So usually we're able to book patients so if you want to have surgery a certain time, you got to sort of get on the ball because you have to meet me virtually. That takes a couple of weeks at least, and then you have to meet me in person another couple of weeks, and then we got to book your surgery. So generally, like once you know you want surgery and I've met you, you need to give us about a month and a half. But you have to get to the point where you have met me virtually, met me in person. So it takes a few months.
Okay. So give her like I said, 8 to 12 weeks advance notice. Try to book your consultation so you can get in there in the summer if you want to get it done. The nail shortage is still there, but she's working with Globus right now to kind of get the nails in stock. And I'm sure that you guys will be first to know. Once I hear, I'll let you guys know when that happens. All right. Does anybody in the chat? I know that this is kind of posted a little late, but anybody in the chat have any questions for Dr. G? You can ask her about her current situation, about the new hospital, the temporary hospital, or any questions about surgery, anything like that. Let's see. Or anything else you want to mention, Dr. G? So you said the physio goes with you.
Yeah. So it's all my people. All my
your
people. Just the 4 walls have changed because now we have to do it there instead of in my center. And everything else gets done at the Canadian Lengthening Center afterwards. It's literally just the surgery day and the next day post-op, and that's it. But
and that's it.
my nurses come to the OR. It's all my staff there, and then the physio Brian comes to that hospital to take care of the patients. So.
Okay, and you said the law had passed, but like, do you know when things might go back to normal, like back at CLLC? Not sure.
Yeah, so right now it's a bit of a shit show in Canada for everything healthcare related. So I'm like the least of their problems, and yet I was like the main problem with the healthcare system for a little while. So yeah, I don't know, but we're actively working on getting it changed so we can just get back to normal. But honestly, like, I'm frustrated because it's annoying for me, but beyond that, I'm just happy we're able to give the same quality of care somewhere else and be able to take care of the patients that have been waiting for us. So.
Absolutely. I've been getting a lot of messages over the past month. I think it was at the New Year. I was kind of confused. I was like, are you serious? She was just on a stream with us.
Yeah, I know. I got it like this beginning of December. I got this notice, like literally a letter in the mail.
Yeah.
Letter in the mail. If you do not stop, we will come after you criminally.
Really?
Stop what? What? Well, like, I was just like, what are you guys talking about?
It's like this amazing superhero surgeon is going to get,
Yeah, I was totally. And then I started getting job offers. That was the next thing that happened. It's like, they're treating you like shit in Canada. Come to here. Come to there. Come. We'll give you a whole clinic to yourself. UAE. All right.
Right.
Okay,
I bet they will. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you're back up and running. That's fantastic news. And we are about to do an interview with one of your patients. And before you go, like, I just want to ask you, how has Alex been as a patient? And
yeah.
now
so Alex is very good. No, close your ears, Alex. Alex is actually a great patient because he listens to everything I say. He follows all instructions. He likes to test me. He'll ask me the same question, like at every appointment, just to make sure that I won't change my mind or change my answer.
That was unique situation.
Yeah, you're a unique patient. I'll give you that. But he's a great patient. He's a lovely guy. He's given me a lot of feedback, which honestly I appreciate. I like it when patients say, hey, I really like this. I don't like this. When they give me some feedback about how their process has been, that's always good. We always try to improve. So we appreciate that. And he really, really, really wants his tibial nails, which I'm really working hard to get him. So
that's awesome. And now, for patients that want to reach out to you, can you just mention again? I said it earlier, but like, how can they reach out to you, and like, who will be their point of contact?
Yeah, so Paige is our receptionist. She's great. Unfortunately, she's going back to school in September, so we are going to be training somebody new. But Paige was amazing. She put together this whole manual on how to run my practice for the next person coming on board, and she'll be training them. But she's right now the point of person in contact. You go on the website. There's a form you can fill out. You can call. There's a number, and she usually answers the phone quite well. So cllcenter.com. Generally, she tries really hard. If patients are on a deadline, like some patients aren't stressed about when they get their appointment, they're not in a rush. So then she'll sort of schedule them accordingly. Sometimes people are like, I absolutely need to have surgery by this date because of my whatever. And so she really tries to get them in, get them scheduled to see me virtually, and then try to get them as fast as possible in through the system, just because we know it takes a little time. But generally speaking, Pages are a point of contact.
Got it. Okay. And there's a couple questions here now before you, Dr. G, before you go. Let's see. Master Tractor, he got surgery there. He's one of your patients. Yeah. This other question from Bill Woodford. He says, is there an influx of customers seeking limb lengthening in Canada due to the immigration of chaos in the U.S.?
Yeah, so that is a great question. Yes, I think we are seeing an uptick of international patients. It's really sad what's happening in the world, basically. It's like depressing to read the news. Yeah. But yeah, and I think we are seeing an uptick of consults coming internationally right now, for sure.
Got it. Okay, very cool.
Also, we're cheaper, so sometimes I just think it's because we're cheaper, but I think now maybe it's because of the immigration issue. I mean, I'm afraid to go to the U.S. No offense. I have to go. I have to go at the end of the month. I have to go again in July. I have to go again in August for some conferences, and I'm like, I hope they don't keep me there. I need to get home to my family.
She's a legal immigrant. Hold her. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Do you have any more questions for Dr. G? Like I said, you can reach out to her from her website, the CLLC. It's CLLC Center.
CLL Center.
CLL Center. So just think cosmetic limb lengthening.
Canadian Limb Lengthening Center. CLL Center.
CLL Center. I'll put the link in the description later if you want to reach out to her. And Paige will be her point of contact through till September. Okay.
Yes, and then there'll be somebody else, and whoever it is, I will find out when we're ready to replace Paige.
She'll let us know. All right. Very cool. Dr. G, thanks so much for the update. We really appreciate it. If you guys have questions, you can email or post in the comments. We'll get it to her. She'll get the answers to you. But right now, she is operating at a temporary hospital. It's about 15 minutes away from her current, her other clinic, until things get back to normal. But right now, she's
just to be clear, it's a private hospital. It's
private
not
hospital.
A public hospital, like because our system is falling apart here. So it is a very private, very beautiful place.
Well, that's even better for these patients because they like their privacy. So there you guys go. So start reaching out to her if you want to book surgery. So that's perfect. Awesome. So Dr. G, you want to say anything else before you go?
No, thank you. Thanks for having me, Victor. I wanted to clear up because some of my patients were the one who told me, hey, there's a lot of chatter going on about what's happening. So I was like, okay, I need to clarify what's happening.
Absolutely. Okay. Real quick, one last question. There's a patient who's just asking this. He says, is getting 6 centimeters achievable on the tibias if you feel tightness? I guess he's just saying, like, if you get tight.
So, I mean, usually in the tibias, we like to do 5, and then the rest is gravy. So it just depends on the patient. If the patient is doing well with their mobility and having no problems getting to 5 and has the flexibility in their gastroc, Achilles, tightness, whatever it is, then we keep going. But if there's too much tightness and we start to get into a position where we're not getting, the minimum amount of flexibility, then we stop the lengthening. So it's more patient specific. I would say that the 5 centimeter is very achievable. After that, it's gravy.
Got it. Makes sense. Awesome. Dr. G, thanks so much.
All right. Thanks for having me.
All right. Take care. Bye. All right, Alex, we are going to go ahead and interview you now.